with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Good evening, everybody. How's everybody going? My name is Rico Robles. Hey, it's another Monster exclusive interview here on a fantastic Friday. The Cinemalaya Philippine Independent Film Festival will be celebrating its 18th year live on site for the first time in the last, a couple of years, welcoming fans of Filipino films back to the cultural center of the Philippines and several special screening and areas nationwide. Now, this time around, the 2022 Cinemalaya carries the theme Breaking Through the Noise. This is a retrospective look at the 2-year Philippine cinema spent mostly on streaming and finally returning to Breakthrough. Of course, this is an article from the Philippine Star, and one of the entries for this film is quite a unique film. Let's give you guys a little teaser of what the movie is all about. Bakit Di Mo Sabihin? We have the director of the film, none other than Real Florido, joining us. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, Rico.
How you been?
Good evening, about yeah. It's
Yeah,
already
good evening.
evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening to you, and good evening to all of you who are tuning to RX right now.
Hey.
Yeah.
So, congratulations first and foremost, Direct. And
Thank
of
you,
course,
Rico.
this is a unique project. And welcome back to Cinemalaya. So, when you heard about Cinemalaya coming back after a couple of years, what's the project done na ba? Or, okay, gawa natin yung movie when Cinemalaya comes in? Or did you just submit the
Mhm.
entry or you had it prepared already?
Yeah. We started working on this back in 2018.
Mm.
And then I passed the requirements in 2019. So the film was really intended for the 2020 iteration of Cinemalaya.
Mm.
But then we were supposed to film March 2020, and then boom, lockdown. So yeah, so we stopped. We did not push through, of course, obviously, because all of us are confined in our houses, in our rooms, diba? So we cannot do anything about it. And then Cinemalaya did not come back, did not have physical screening the past 2 years
Mm.
kasi syempre because of the COVID-19 protocol. So we were moved to this year. So out of total, actually we were supposed to compete against 20 other, including our entry.
Mm.
It was supposed to be a competition between 20 films.
Mm.
But then, yeah, because of the pandemic and all these troubles that we are experiencing right now, 11 na lang kami na
So
natira.
pag ganyan, I mean, when you guys compete in a competition when it comes to movies, diba? And you're a
Mm,
filmmaker and being, of
mm,
course, with years in experience in behind the scenes and all that.
yeah.
Kapag streaming ba, is it a big difference than in the theater? Well, as
Yes.
far as revenues as well as concerned, ano yung pagkakaiba niya?
Okay. Revenues, yes, big difference. Because you are paying for the experience in the cinemas. It has big difference. When you sit in the dark, diba, with
Mm.
other people, with strangers, and watching everything in the big screen, it's a different experience versus just watching a movie or a content on your mobile devices. So
Mm.
magkaiba talaga. And what's good about this material is that it's made for the big screen. meaning you may not be able to experience the same thing if you will watch it on your devices. Kahit sabi mo smart TV pa yan, I don't think that the experience will be the
Yun
same.
yung ano no? Yun yung question nga kapag sa device ba, mas maano ba yung emotion kasi it's closer or iba pa rin yung may audience kang kasabay nanonood ng pelikula?
Yeah,
Are the
yeah,
scripts now tailored differently? 'Di ba when it
yeah,
comes to it?
yeah. Correct, correct.
Mm,
Of course, it's technology and you cannot really go against it.
mm,
There are some materials, and a lot of materials today are really made for lives for streaming
mm,
devices. But of course, cinema is an art, and as an art, it has its mystery. There's
mm,
science and art in affecting people. So we call it a social consumption. Like you
mm,
consume it with people whom you do not really know, except for your date or your family, diba? In the dark, and hearing their reaction,
mm.
hearing people's reaction alongside with you in that dark room is a different experience versus just watching it at home while cooking or doing other things and chatting with your friends or whoever, diba?
Mm.
So it's really there's really a big difference in that.
And with a big difference, of course, there's a lot of reach, and you can change a lot of lives. Now, with the movie that you are releasing, this is a very interesting one. So, tell us about the film and what storyline and how was it inspired?
Yeah. Bakit Di Mo Sabihin? Um, in English, the title of the film is Tell Her.
Mm,
This is a movie about a deaf couple who are on the verge of having a broken marriage. So that's just how simple the logline is, but
mm,
really the film delves deeper on uh, the relationship of two people and the
mm,
hardships that they're experiencing as deaf people.
mm,
So um, I'm I was inspired by um, many experiences that I have,
mm,
including of course the kind of relationships that I've been to, the kind of relationships that I saw, the kind of
mm,
relationships that I heard from people. I just want to uh, have a different look at uh, the conflicts, the
mm.
processes, and the way we deal with our relationships
I mean, this is
through
so
these
complex,
two
iba eh.
characters.
Yes, it's
Actually,
like
yes. Oh, yeah.
this is something, of course,
Mhm,
the film it tackles, of course, people with
mhm,
disabilities. And
mhm,
when you touched on this,
mhm.
hindi ka ba parang, okay, anong preparation ba ang gagawin ko dito? This is
Yeah,
very touchy
yeah,
with the script. Meron bang
yeah,
na-offend? Did you consult somebody?
yeah, yeah.
Were you working with an association or an organization that deals with this?
Yeah, we are very meticulous when it comes to producing the film.
Mm,
Number one, we have to be as authentic as possible,
mm,
and we have to be inclusive. Number two,
mm,
because it's not, deafness is not some costume that you will wear.
mm,
It's not, hindi ba, hindi naman siya, okay, gusto ko maging deaf today, ganyan. So it's not that. It's just
mm,
that the story requires this kind of uh, requires to tell the story
mm,
through these characters, diba? So, in preparation, of course, we consulted authorities from the Deaf
mm,
Society of the Philippines, and then we worked with Filipino Sign Language coaches. We
mm,
have a deaf person on set,
mm.
talagang side by side working with
To
us
make sure that
from
everything is authentic and walang ma-o-offend,
yes, yes,
everything is
that's
not
right.
gonna be okay.
Yeah, that's right. And also, yung coaches namin si Professor Jamil from UST and
Mm,
also si Disney Aguila,
mm,
who is a deaf person,
mm,
and she's actually a trans woman deaf.
mm,
So she both of them have been working with us until
Mhm.
at this point, from pre-production to
Galing,
preparing
galing.
all the translations to training JC and Janine
Mhm.
to on-set revisions, and then to post-production editing, and until at the point of subtitling, they are with
Mhm.
me because we really have to make sure that um, we are we are accurate and that we are
Mhm.
doing it right. So yun, to put it simply, that's how we prepared for it. Yes,
For
of course,
those that are
apart
tuning
from the
in,
acting workshops. Yeah.
for those who are tuning in, we have, of course, Director Real Florido. He is joining us. He is the director of the film Cinemalaya Entry. In comes the casting. Okay, so when you started casting people, what when they came to mind, ano ba yung ano? We'll bring in the first leading man first, I guess, for the film. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome JC De Vera joining us. Hi, JC.
Hey,
May hamburger
JC.
yan na hawak. Oy! Kumusta? Kala ko may hamburger na hawak si JC
Sarap ba
eh.
yan, Jace?
How are you, Rico? Good to
Great,
see you.
man. Long
Long
time,
time no
brother.
see.
Long time, long
Yeah.
time. So, when you got casted for this role, ano yung reaction mo, initial reaction mo when they were getting you for this role, man?
Oh, I was really challenged at first. Kasi nga, I know that this material is unique in so many ways. Um, alam mo yun, mixed emotions eh. Pero initially, I was really challenged. Parang game ako kagad. The first thing na nangyari niya, they presented the material to me sa isang restaurant. And then, I didn't let them finish the pitching. Kasi nga sabi ko, okay na yan. I'm excited to shoot na. Let's go to the process na. Parang ganun kagad. Very excited talaga ako.
I mean, when it comes to these roles, I mean, especially, Direct Real, Torrido, I mean, was this your first time to work with Direct Real on this any project in general? And if so, what was the initial, kumbaga, first impression when you saw Real and JC, you saw each other? Ano yung initial, ano nyo sa isa't isa?
Yeah, this is our second project together, no, Direct. Yung
Yeah, yeah.
first one is Cabicera. Yun yung with Ate Guy. Kasama namin si Ate Guy doon. So, initial impression, I was really comfortable talaga. He has this aura of making his actors very comfortable sa set. Very relaxed kasi siya. Very, very calm. Alam mo yun. Tapos the way he directs you and explains the things that you have to do. Alam mo yun, meron siyang way talaga na, alam mo yun, makikinig ka talaga, tapos titignan mo siya, you pay attention to everything that he says, kasi he's very calm, he's very gentle in so many ways.
Pero si JC,
Mhm.
naka-work na natin back in the days nung nasa
Mhm.
GMA pa tayo. So,
Sa Party P,
uh, so
nagda-dance
technically
number.
talagang,
Oo.
Oh,
very
oh
familiar
nga
na
pala,
kami ni JC.
oh nga pala,
Richard.
I
Topless siya
Close
forgot.
na
nun.
tayo, Jace.
Topless siya doon, binabato siya ng oil habang
Alam ko,
nagda-dance number.
parang sumayaw din yata si Rico dun eh, tama ba?
Oo eh.
Yeah, it's a
Oo,
little
si
bit.
Rico.
Mostly on the
Just,
hosting
just a
side.
bit lang.
Yeah, it's a little bit. But yeah. So of course, so when you completed this cast already, in
Mm-mm.
comes the leading lady. Now, when you guys were casting this, Direct Real, I mean, came to mind Janine Gutierrez, the powerhouse one. I'll bring her in a bit. But, what got you guys attracted to actually get her as the leading lady for this role?
Yeah, siguro just a little bit of trivia. We were also in Baler that time.
Mhm.
Baler is our location for the film. So nakaset na kami na mag-Baler yung location namin. And then we were really thinking of an actress who has the sensibilities na mata pa lang, um, you know that she can deliver a word or two with just looking, by just looking
Mhm.
at her, by just looking through her eyes. So we thought of Janine, and then John called her up, and then she right away said, "Okay, sige, go." Alam mo yun,
Mhm.
parang the same as with JC na kinikwento pa lang namin the first two, three lines of the story, and then si Janine, I don't know what got her, but she said yes
Mhm.
through the phone. But of course, we needed to talk to her manager after that. But because we're close, I also worked with Janine
Mhm.
during our GMA time. So I'm very, very, very familiar with her. So yeah, so that's how easy it was in casting them. I
Mhm.
think that's destined to happen. Kasi
Mhm.
I will always talk about JC and Janine this way that if it hadn't been the two of them, I don't think the film would have been produced
Mhm.
because apart from being great actors, the two are really generous. They were really generous during our shoot, and they really committed more than 100%. And this
Mhm.
kind of film needs actors who can give more than 100% of their commitment. So I'm really grateful for Janine and JC.
So hindi lang puro like sa Instagram, 'di ba? Talagang real legit acting is what it is. Okay, so we
Yes,
cannot
yes.
stop talking about we're talking about her, but she's actually in the background right now. Ladies and gentlemen, first time on the show. The one and only Janine Gutierrez. Hi Janine, how you doing?
Hey! Hey,
Great to
Rico! Hi,
finally meet you.
everyone! Kamusta kayo?
Gusto
Oh
ko,
my God, JC,
gusto ko yung
kanina,
background.
can I just
Oh,
say, kanina itim yung buhok ni JC.
Yes, correct. Ako din eh. Nashock din ako eh.
are you preparing for something, JC?
Uh, for your show lang, for your show lang, bro.
Wow! Iba ka
Thank
talaga.
you. Thank you. Gotta make a save. But Janine, this is your first time on the show. How's everything? How you been?
Good. Thanks for having me. I've been good. Super excited for Cinemalaya. We also just, well, actually showing pa sa mga sinehan yung film namin na ngayon kaya.
Mhm.
So, hope you guys can see that also. It's out in cinemas now.
Now, for you guys, I've been talking about with the two how the casting was and the script was laid out. Now, Janine, when they sort of discuss the event or the movie for you, ano yung first, initial reaction mo with it?
Mahirap. Siguro medyo merong excitement, di ba, when you get challenged to do a role that's
Mhm.
hard or parang out of your comfort zone. And I'm always drawn to a good love story. Lalo tayong mga
Mhm.
Pinoy, di ba? Like, if it's like a good love story, talagang dadayuhin mo yon. So, those two factors combined, gumame agad ako.
Mhm. So it's the quality of script, emotion, and how much K drama did you three have to watch to prepare for this kind of, intensity? Kasi nga the language itself is very minimal for the film, right? It's mostly about ano yung love language ito sa movie, Direct Real.
Oh, well, it's really the way they look at each other.
Mhm.
Pero gusto ko lang sabihin na I didn't really watch K-drama for this movie.
Mhm.
I watched mga sci-fi movies for
Mhm.
this.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So because for me, this is a love story set in another world. That's
Mhm.
how I look at it. So nung
Mhm.
pinapanood ko naman siya sa editing, parang lumalabas naman siya kasi transgress yung story.
Mhm.
And the way I look at it. So kasi yung I guess love is innate, especially to actors like Janine and JC who
Mhm.
have experienced so much love in their life, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Sila na yung maglalagay ng love na yun. So pag pinanood mo siya, parang ano ba to? May pagka-sci-fi ba to? No,
Mhm.
but ano lang yun, undertone lang yun. It's just a trivia. But yes, this is a love story, this is a marriage story.
But you can imagine, for you two, for Janine and JC, when you take on a role like this, na kumbaga, you guys are, kumbaga, you're handicapped. Ano yung mga takeaway ninyo dito with the limitations of the acting? How did you guys prepare for the role? Sige, we'll start with you, Janine.
Um, well, ano parang you can't really approach it with the thinking that it's a handicap. It's just
Mm,
another language as how Filipino is another language, di ba? And isa din yun sa mga gusto nating i-push sa pagiging parte ng ganitong klaseng pelikula that there's really power in deafness and that's also something that we want to share. So, ano lang, yung language barrier yung pinakamahirap. So, I guess
mm.
that was the initial challenge talaga for me and JC na paano namin mapagmumukhang convincing that we have been using Filipino Sign Language for decades. So,
Mhm.
doon talaga.
JC.
Yeah, I just want to add something dun sa sinabi ni Janine. Yes, that is the main struggle of being an actor dito sa film na to. Yun nga, yung language barrier. Kasi, alam mo yun, yung studying Filipino Sign Language, alam mo yun, kailangan mo talaga na full immersion on this eh. Kasi marami siyang detalye sa, how do you say in English yung kumpas ng kamay. So, bawat movement nung daliri namin and nung kamay is really detailed. That's why we have consultants dun sa set namin para talagang i-guide kami and sabihan kami na, hey, mali yung ginawa niyong sign na yun. So, nandun sila to correct us all the time and to teach us kung ano pa yung mas better details na pwede namin gawin sa sign. Um, Yun lang yung talagang ginawa namin. We made ourselves really comfortable in every way. Kasi nga, I think that's the only way eh. Wala na kami ibang naisip na paraan. We also wanted na yung sign language namin is very fluent up to the point na we want to make it slang.
Mhm.
Kumaga, kung
Hindi lang
nagsasalita,
hindi lang basic ABCD. Kumbaga, no,
yes,
they want you to have the street slang to it, the twist and flavor to it to make it as
yes, very
natural.
correct. Yeah, and
Yeah. Yeah.
yun yung naging challenge sa amin. Pero we're also happy kasi nga at the end of our shoot, na-achieve naman namin lahat yun. Kaya nga, as in, very thankful kami sa buong production, even kay Janine, kasi nga, everyone gave their best and, shinare talaga nila yung talent nila dito sa movie na to.
They do say that in every work, in every project one gets, will change you. It will add something to your career as, the longevity of actors and actresses that you guys are. And director, medyo actor din si Real, of course, si Direct Real. It's a project na to, what do you think would have added in your career for this and changed in you as a person as well? Let's start with you, Direct Real.
Well, to my career, I don't know yet. Pero I guess it's the expanse of experience that I gathered and yung deeper understanding of humanity, which is very important in my job as a storyteller and as a director and a writer at the same time. I think that's valuable to me. Um, yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much for that. Janine, how about you?
Um, well, I really, really am happy to be going back to Cinemalaya. Nakapag-Cinemalaya na ako before. And it's so exciting, syempre, kasi it's, the premier indie festival in the Philippines and ang daming magagandang kwento that you wouldn't usually see on mainstream cinema.
Mhm.
So, if hindi pa kayo nakapag-Cinemalaya ever, guys, or any indie festival, I highly encourage you, iniimbitahan ko kayo lahat to join us next month kasi masaya talaga siya and it's super eye-opening. And I think my key takeaway for doing this project is, aside from I learned a new language, which is
Mhm.
always fun, ang dami ko din talagang natutunan about the deaf community and
Mhm.
how we should all really support the deaf community, especially in the Philippines. So,
Mhm.
siguro I'll try to share na lang a bit of what I learned unti-unti habang palapit ng palapit yung screening natin.
Mhm. Okay. Hey, thank you. Thank you for that. Isa nga sa mga alam ko na has supported the deaf community for quite some time is Agamulak. Yeah,
Mm.
for quite some time. Yeah, he has been supporting, so how about you, JC?
Just like Janine, very happy ako na natutunan ko yung Filipino Sign Language. Yung deaf community, na realize ko na they're also lovable. They may not speak, pero alam mo, it's very ironic, pero they're noisy. As in, mas expressive sila. Kaya nilang sabihin yung nararamdaman nila kesa sa ating mga nakakapagsalita talaga. Um, I guess I'm just really grateful for this project kasi itong project na to talagang um, pinalagpas niya ako dun sa limit na sa tingin kong hindi ko kaya.
Mhm.
So, alam mo yun, as an actor, parang I always want my projects na, alam mo yun, to push me sa limits ko. Hanggang yung alam kong hindi ko kaya, pero at the end of the project, masasabi ko na, kaya ko pala. So, isa ito sa mga ganung projects na binigay sa akin. Kaya nga very, very grateful ako for this one.
Sobrang galing ng project is the orange hair. It's a quick change. It's gonna
Bro,
inspire.
hindi pa tapos yan.
Hindi pa! Stage
Hindi
1 pa lang
pa.
yan.
Stage 1 pa lang.
We're gonna go check out the trailer, of course, online. We're gonna check out the trailer, and we back with the cast of Bakit Di Mo Sabihin. This is, of course, Cinemalaya entry that's happening. Check us out. That's the trailer that we are watching right now here on the Monster Live. Of course, for those that are joining us, listen to us on the radio. Here we go. We have the cast. We have Janine Gutierrez, JC Vera, and Real Florido. It is going to be out. Cinemalaya, of course. Invite everybody. Okay, when is Cinemalaya happening, Real, and where is it going to be?
Yeah, it will kick off on August 5 to 14 at the CCP theaters, and will continue from August 10 to 17th at select cinemas. So you have to wait for the announcements. Which cinemas? I think there will be screenings in Ayala cinemas as the same as how it was in the past years, and also with Vista Malls. Yun. So, abangan ninyo. But August 5 will be the start of Cinemalaya Film Festival.
And of course, Janine, invite everybody. Why should they watch the movie?
I really think na you guys should watch Bakit Di Mo Sabihin. Kakaibang love story siya, and it's about a deaf couple. So it also shares yung culture and the language of the Filipino deaf community. And I hope we were able to represent it well. And yun, exciting talaga siya, guys. It's a love story in another language, and
Papaiyak kayo, no?
hope to see you there. Nako, yun na nga.
Yung sa trailer pa lang naiiyak na ako Alam mo yun, yung ending part. JC, ilang beses ka umiyak
Yes.
dito?
Parang once lang naman, pero mahabang iyak yun. Yeah. Oo.
Invite everybody. Go ahead to watch
Yes,
it.
yes. Guys, we're asking for your support. Ngayong darating na Cinemalaya on August 5 to direct on August 14 ba? Yung last
In CCP.
in CCP. Okay. So August 5 to August 14, mapapanood niyo po yung Bakit Di Niyo Sabihin sa CCP. Tapos ipapalabas naman yata to nationwide. So abangan niyo 'yon. It's a great love story about a deaf couple. Dadali namin kayo sa ibang mundo na hindi nyo pa nakikita. So, sana supportahan nyo kami and see you guys there.
And in store, and of course, to the rest of the year, guys, is there any projects that you guys have in store, movies to watch out for? Direct Real, is there a comeback after this one? Is there going to be an action film or a horror film that you're going to be working on?
Yeah, I have a lineup of films coming
Mm.
soon. So I hope you people who know me will watch out for that. Yeah, after this meron naman.
May nagka-casting nga sa'yo dito, sabi ang gwapo daw ng director. May nagsabi dito. All right, and Janine, of course, what to look forward to for the rest of the year for you?
Ngayon kaya, my film with Paolo Avellino is still showing in SM Mega Mall SM Manila and Cinema 76. So if you guys haven't seen it, showing pa rin siya in cinemas. And actually, yung teaser ng Sleep With Me naman with Lovey Po is coming out later, 9 p.m. So abangan nyo din yan. And of course, Bakit Di Mo Sabihin, ito talaga yung kakaiba na ipapakita naman namin sa inyo. So we hope to see you guys in Cinemalaya. And thank you to everyone who joined us for All Out. So nice to see you guys.
Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, JC De Vera, Janine Gutierrez, the Real Florido. Don't forget, Bakit Di Mo Sabihin. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a great
Bye.
one.
Thanks, Rico.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Rico.
guys.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you all out.
Thank you, Direct Real. Once again, catch the movie Cinemalaya happening in August. The whole run, we'll be posting it. This is another Monster exclusive. Don't forget to tag those who you wish would want to watch this awesome movie and do support pelikulang Pilipino dito sa atin, of course, when we have these Cinemalaya and different festivals. Till then, my name is Rico. Thank you guys for watching for this another Monster exclusive interview.
Monster exclusive interview. Monster exclusive interview. Only from Manila's hottest. Monster RX93.1.